Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carly and I run a handmade small business called Made, and we have a big project to do today. So these are all going to be Kindle sleeves, and some of them have the Pellon already on them, but most of them don't. So this is our huge pile of Pellon that we need to iron onto them. And then we've got our pockets here that we have to do. So we've got a market on March 21st, and it's in downtown Brooksville, and it's from 10 to 2. And we also found out that I got accepted into the Blueberry Festival, which is going to be a huge market. It's a 3-day event, and they're expecting 30 to 40,000 people to go. So it's going to be huge. So we have a lot of market prep we need to do, and I wanted to start with the Kindle sleeves. So I'm going to iron on all the Pellon on these. We have all of our pockets cut out. We have all of our liners cut out, and it's going to be over 50, I think, that we're making. So definitely a big bulk project, but we have to get them done. So, and it is my birthday week. So my birthday was on Monday. So happy birthday to me. My husband is smoking a brisket right now, so that's gonna take all day. I think he said it's gonna be done around 10 p.m., but so we'll just have to figure out something else for dinner. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on ironing the Pellon on those and just get this project going because we have a lot to do. So let's get started. While I wait for my iron to heat up, I wanted to kind of show you my notes here. So I did also make an Excel spreadsheet of all of the ones that all of my prints and then what I had on hand. So this was kind of just me writing down while looking in my closet here. It looks probably gibberish to you guys, but like in my stock in my closet, I had like one of the Blue Meadows, one of the Pink Wildflower, and like so on and so forth. And a lot of these new prints, I didn't have any of the Kindle sleeves. So then on this side, I wrote down how many of each I would need. Don't mind the scribbles there. And then like I would kind of check them off as I went through and cut them. And then on my liners here, this is how I did that. So I wrote, you know, KS is Kindle sleeve liner. I needed 16 greens. I needed 28 purple ginghams, 12 pink ginghams, and like so on and so forth. So that way I'm not cutting too much of the fabric, but this way I can kind of gauge how many of each I would need. So it's easier for me to cut out when I have them all written out here. And you can do this in the computer too, but I just find it easier to write it all out and then have this next to my cutting table so I know how much of each I'm cutting out. So again, this is the Kindle sleeve pockets, how many of each pocket I would need. So I needed 4 of the Cottage Charm, 3 of the daisies, like 4 of the heirloom pink, and so on. So I just wanted to show you guys that, how I keep track of how like many pockets I needed, liners, you know, and then how many of each print I would need. So yep, just wanted to show you guys that, how I keep myself slightly organized while cutting fabric. We got Mr. Buddy a new bed in here, so that way he has comfort while he's keeping me company. Buddy, you love it? What are you doing? Yeah, you guys know he's always in here with me. He's my best friend, so we had to get him a nice comfy bed. And I also wanted to show you guys, I did end up getting 2 more of these drawers and then just added these stickers on here. So we've got, you know, like the outer of the medium Kindle sleeves or book sleeves, and then we've got medium, large, and then we've got the liners of the small, medium, large, the Pellon. So that way these are all pre-cut. And, you know, I'll have to fill it up as I go, but then these are the liners for our essentials pouches. We have wristlets in there. These are some tote straps and then some other Pellon that I think these are for, yeah, these are for the tote straps as well. And then we've got the pockets for the small, medium, and large book sleeves. We've got tote pockets. And then these 2 are just, this is webbing, and then this one's just an empty pocket here. But that way I can kind of keep this more organized. You know, if I have pre-cuts, I can just keep those in there. So I just wanted to show you guys that storage and how I got the other 2 here. So just a little organization for you guys. we've got all of the Pellon iron onto all of our pieces here for the Kindle sleeves. I believe there was, if I'm not mistaken, 116 individual ones that will make 2 of them per Kindle sleeve. So it's around a little over 50 that we're going to be making. So now that we have these all finished, we'll move these over to the side here. And I'll show you how I fold for my pockets here. So we've got one here. You want to make sure if it's a directional fabric that you have it going the right way. And I do 2 folds here. So I don't measure it or anything. I've been doing so many of them that I just kind of eyeball it. So we're going to fold it once and iron across. And then we fold it a second time just to get that raw edge inside. So we're going to fold that. And then we're going to pin it with our clips here. So then we've got the folded edge there, and we'll just sew a top stitch across that, and then we'll put our label down on the bottom. So we've got this whole stack of pockets that we need to do. So we're gonna work on that. I've got about 2 hours until I have to pick my son up from school. So we're gonna see how many we can get done in 2 hours. All right, we've got all of the pockets ironed and pinned here. So I'm going to start doing the top stitch on all of them. It took me about 45 minutes to an hour to do all of those. And I have to say, this is the most Kindle sleeves I've made in one sitting. So I think an hour ironing and pinning them isn't too bad, but we're going to see how long it takes to do a top stitch on all of those and if we can get them done before I have to pick up my son from school. So let's see how long it takes. Also wanted to show you guys what I've done with one of these 9 squares that was my old table. We actually found these desks on the side of the road. They were brand new, so we put that there for my son if he wants to do his homework. And then we've got, like, you know, a little reading area and then some books there too, and some storage, and I'm doing laundry. But this was a Kenmore sewing machine that I got at a thrift store. It was 30 bucks and it was 50% off, so I got it for 15. And it does work and everything. I just need to bring it to my sewing machine guy to make sure everything is in good condition and clean it up if it needs to be cleaned up. So, but it does run, it turns on and everything, and I think that was an awesome find. But yeah, this is my new little reading area, and then if my son wants to do some homework here, he can. Just wanted to show you guys that. All right, we've got all of the pockets done, and I've kind of organized them by liner colors, but they all have the labels on them. So we've got them all finished here, and we did end up having the brisket for dinner. It was done around 7 p.m., not 10 p.m. So we did have that for dinner, and it was good. But I'm going to pin all of these together now with their liners, and I've kind of organized these in colors, liner colors, that way, you know, they're in kind of piles here. So Okay, and while I'm pinning these liners to the Pellon pieces, I was just going to chat with you guys, and many of you don't know, but the Sunday after this video goes up, I will be sober from alcohol for 2 years, which is a huge accomplishment. It's just me being vulnerable and telling you guys, you know, just to give you some information about myself. But I do believe that if I hadn't stopped drinking, my business wouldn't be where it is today. I don't think my life would be where it is today. And I can only truly thank God for that, because He changed my life and I'm eternally grateful for it. But yeah, so Sunday I will be 2 years sober. And I'm so happy about it. I can't believe the past 2 years have truly flown by. And it's kind of crazy because I bartend during the day at a restaurant. So to be around alcohol all day, basically, not all day, but you know, during my shift, and to be sober for 2 years is huge. It's a huge accomplishment. And I'm just so thankful that I am. So that's a little bit about myself for you guys to know. And yeah, again, I don't think I would have started doing markets. I don't think my business would be where it is today if I hadn't stopped drinking. So there's that little bit of information about me. I'm just going to continue to pin these, and then we will sew these liners onto these pieces, and then we'll start assembling them together with the pockets. It shouldn't take too long. I should be able to get these finished tonight. I could honestly probably do these Kindle sleeves and like book sleeves and stuff in my sleep with my eyes closed. So I'm just going to get through pinning all of these, and I will talk to you guys when I'm all finished with this. So now we are pinning pockets onto the two outer pieces and the liner that are sewn together. But I wanted to ask you guys, I prefer like an agenda or a planner, or like when I'm making my notes, you know, to how many things I need to cut out. I prefer like handwritten or like a to-do list. I rather handwrite it rather than have it like in my phone. I don't know if that, I mean, it's just a personal preference, but I want to know what you guys prefer. Do you prefer something like on your phone or your laptop or, you know, an iPad, or do you prefer to have it like written out so you can like check it off, like physically check it off? Because I feel like, you know, in my phone, in my notes, like, you know, if I make a to-do list or whatever, and yeah, you can check it off, you know, with the little circle, and then you can click it to check it off. But I feel like physically checking it off makes me think that I've actually done it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going crazy because it's late. But I just prefer to have like a handwritten, you know, to-do list, or like when I'm writing out how many liners I need to cut or how many pockets I need to cut. I rather write it out than like type it out. Because even when I was making my Excel sheet for all the pieces I needed to cut out, it just made more sense to me to write it out. I don't know. It's late and I'm just rambling, so don't mind me. But yeah, we're almost done with these. We've got a couple more steps. And I'm just going to continue pinning on the pockets here. And then after that, we'll just sew around it, leave a little hole on the bottom there so we can turn them right side out. And then you just close that up and do a top stitch and you're done. And I did take a couple days off work this week for my birthday, so go back to work tomorrow. So I just got to get these done. And like I said, the next market is March 21st. And that's why I'm kind of like bulk prepping for this market that's coming up. And then the Blueberry Festival is in May. It's May 8th, 9th, and 10th. I'm not sure on the hours on that yet, but I think like it's a nighttime one. And I know they're going to have bands playing. And I did look it up and it does say like 20 to 30,000 people throughout the weekend, which is pretty good. I've never done the Blueberry Festival before, so we'll see how it goes. The Tangerine Festival did really well, so I'm excited to see how the Blueberry Festival is going to go, but it is ran by a different marketing company, so hopefully all goes smooth. And you know, we've got time. We've got about 2 months or so to prep for that one. So, and we've got about almost a month, a little less than a month to prep for the March 21st market. So we're going to get going on the bulk prepping. And are you guys interested in any products that I'm not currently making? Anything that you can think of? Just let me know in the comments below. I know I want to start making like soda can koozies. I think those would be really fun because I always have either like a soda water. If you have an Aldi near you, I like I don't know if it's Bellevue or Bellevue. Those ones are good, but those are the soda waters that I drink. We don't really have sodas in the house other than like ginger ale. But I want to do ones for like a soda can koozie and then also water bottle koozies. So those are in my brain in my little project list. Again, that I have handwritten out, not on the computer. So I'm just rambling. But I'm going to continue just pinning all the pockets here, and then we're going to get them sewn up, and I will show you the next steps to finishing these. Okay, we're on day 2 of the Kindle sleeves. I'm just turning them right side out, and then we're going to sew up the liners and then do a top stitch around, and these will be done. But today was my first day back to work after having just a couple days off. It was nice being back, and I got a couple birthday gifts. My friend Jess made me some chocolate-covered Oreos, strawberries, Rice Krispie treats, and pretzels, and they were delicious. And she got me 2 cute bookmarks, which I absolutely love and I will use. And my friend Brittany, she got me 3 months on Audible, which I will definitely use. I use that the most. I just listen to the audiobooks while I'm sewing, and you guys know that I've talked about that in my past videos about Audible and about Hoopla. And then my friend Kiera, she got me a giant ironing board with covers, and it's just the most thoughtful gift because you guys also have seen I have my little tabletop ironing board, And it, you know, it gets the job done, but you can only iron so much on that little ironing board. So she got me a normal size ironing board, and I'm so excited to use it and just put it together. So thank you to everyone who got me something, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you guys so much. But yeah, we're just going to finish turning these right side out and then just sewing up the liners here. And what are your guys' favorite snacks? I'm always looking for, you know, some good new snack ideas. I think my favorite has to be like cheese and crackers, any kind of cheese. My favorite is Swiss, and I know a lot of people don't like Swiss, but that's my favorite. And like just your basic like Ritz cracker, or I get some from Aldi. They're like a larger one, but they're garden vegetable flavored. And then I like to have some sort of like pickled item. So like a gherkin, I love a sweet gherkin, pickled okra, and it has to be like a hot pickled okra. Mild will do, but I prefer the hot. And not every night, but a good portion of the week at night, I'll have a bowl of cereal before I go to bed. So those are my favorite snacks. And I'm just curious what your guys's are, just to give me some new, fresh ideas. I'm just going to finish turning these right side out. And then we're just going to sew up the liners and then do the top stitch around the rim, and these will be done. So not too much longer, and then we'll have them all done in about 2 days. So I will see you guys when these are all finished. All right, guys, we've got the 4 piles here, and can you guess how many we did? Drum roll, please. We did 67. So I finished 67 of them. I still have to cut like the little strings and stuff that are there, but I'm super happy with that. I'll be able to bring these with me to my markets coming up, and we can start working on other projects for the markets as well, just bulk prepping. I like to do it in advance rather than like stressing out 2 weeks before, which I've done that way too many times. So I'm telling myself I'm not doing that this year to myself. But yeah, we finished 67 of them. And I just wanted to thank each and every one of you who have hung out with me these past few days and watched this video. And make sure to subscribe before you leave if you are not subscribed. I post videos every Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And stay tuned for next Saturday's video. We're probably going to be doing some more bulk prepping as well. And I will see you guys next Saturday. Bye.